สวัสดีครับMabu, hi, hola, hi, all the fans. Good evening. On Friday, 28th August 2021, and as usual, over this week, I got privilege to have a very brilliant queen from Philippines. Okay, one of the greatest six of the year, and today is her turn, the most exotic queen of Philippines, MEIJI CRUZ, second runner-up winning Pilipinas, 2021, a representative from Valenzuela City. Okay, meet her now. Thank you for joining, Meiji. Would you mind to say hi to all the fans worldwide and definitely tell all about yourself, please?
Hi everyone, Sawadika. I am Meiji Cruz and thank you for having me. Happy Friday to everyone. So once again, I am Meiji Cruz. I am second runner-up Binibining Pilipinas 2021 from Valenzuela, Philippines.
Yes, Meiji. Where is Valenzuela in the Philippines?
Valenzuela City is part of NCR or National Capital Region, but
Mm,
it's near to Bulacan, which is a province. So it's like a boundary of a province and a city going to
mm,
north side of the Philippines.
all right. Okay. So, you got many Thai admirer. You
Thank
know what?
you.
Especially when you compete in swimming suit preliminary during beginning 2021. You perform simply marvelous, very strong. Uh-huh. And also, I told, I wrote the caption about you, and a lot of people just in awe that you got 3 degrees. So, why you study so hard? Okay, first of all, most of people just would love to know where did you get, such an inspiration to study? Okay, just let the
Yes.
world know.
Actually, I came from a humble beginning. But when I was younger, there was a time that my family economic state is comfortable, but suddenly our business we faced financial trial, and then I had to work to support and help them. And through that working years, I realized the value of education. So when I had a chance to go back to college, to my education again, and of course my family, my relative helped me. That is the time that I realized that I want to be someone better, and that is through education. So
Mm,
choosing a 3 degree course actually was really a challenge for me. There was a time that I thought, can I still make it? Do I need to still to push through? Those kind of thoughts. But I'm so grateful, despite life's challenges in different aspects, I really came through. And aside from that academic degrees, the most important part is the experience. It really honed me to be the person I am today. I am a resilient person. I can say I'm a strong person, that no matter what the life throws at me, that I will came through, because that 3 degrees, I succeeded, I achieved that. So it gave me confidence that I will achieve no matter what challenges I will face again.
mm. So, Maggie, would you mind to tell a little bit what kind of degree have you got so far? Among three.
Yes. So I have Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication, minor in Broadcast Journalism. I have Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Bachelor of Arts in Guidance and Counseling. So that
Mm,
is a 5-year program from my university. So I'm
mm,
glad that they offering that course so it can really enhance and enrich students' academic and personal life as well.
mm. So, were they all, bachelor, right?
Sorry,
Were all degree, the bachelor level.
the best
Bachelor,
actually.
I mean,
Sorry.
all three degree. I mean, all three degree are the bachelor degree.
Yes, bachelor
Right.
degrees. They are all bachelor degrees. But right
Okay.
now, I'm actually will take up a masteral degree in
Mm,
one of my dream school here in the Philippines. So it's really exciting. I know it would be hard, it would be challenging, but
mm,
actually, we just had an orientation this morning, and one of our keynote speaker told us life is never without a challenge. So
mm,
right now I'm entering in my new academic chapter again with a hopeful heart and faith, of course.
right, right. So have you ever, I mean, after your graduation, have you ever worked according to your academic accomplishment?
Actually, no, because I really plan to join Binibining Pilipinas again after I graduate. So I didn't apply for any regular job because I really want to be prepared for
Mm,
Binibining Pilipinas. So this time Binibini has finished. So this is the best time I think to get a dream job of mine and according to my course.
right, right. And also, you got quite a very, interesting and extraordinary pageant journey. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, you start early. When you join
Yes.
gentry. So, when were I mean, how old were you at the time when you first joining?
I think I was about 13 years old. I started as barangay muse, and then I joined in my school competition, going to barangay competition, going to city pageant competition. So I have quite experiences when it comes to beauty pageant. But then again, I was out for 8 years or 9 years, so it feels, it feels like I'm just starting again when I came back to national pageant.
Mm, right. And I mean, it's quite a long, long year indeed. 8 year of absent. So I would love to know, over 8 year, you probably, have done a lot. You're working, right? Because you
Yes.
got to be the breadwinner of your families. And
Yes.
aside from working, you also to, to pursue in your academic
Yes.
journey as well.
Exactly. So for
Yeah.
the first few years, I've been working. I think 3 years. For 3 years, I was working, and then I took the 5-year program.
Mm,
I'm studying actually in an exclusive Catholic school, so pageantry is not allowed. So actually, it helped me to focus really on my studies. So that's really what happened. That's why it took me 8 years, and plus the additional pandemic year, 9 years.
mm. So that's very good point when you mentioned that, because your education institution buy you from, joining pageantry during studying, because you need to focus on that. Definitely, you got a deep down, you got a dream. but it's very hard indeed because along the way 8 year that probably be a distraction along the way. So how can you tell all the fans and probably beauty queen to be and probably beauty queen now, how should I mean how could okay how could they like get themselves
Yes.
encourage it or inspire, okay, to be a beauty queen still, even
Yes.
though at the time they have to focus on something else. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, personally, Binibining Pilipinas, this pageant has been my anchor. So whatever happened in my life, I always have that goal that I will get that goal. So I have that passion, that desire, that persistence towards that goal, and I think that kept me going for those long years because I believe in that dream. So if to all the beauty queens out there, aspiring beauty queens, that they need to focus first on their study or their work or in this current situation, as long as you have that dream, keep that dream strong, keep that dream burning. But based on my experience, you have to keep think or keep into consideration, take into consideration the age limit of the pageant.
Mm,
So while you are doing something else in your life, if you really want to check that list being a beauty queen, you also need to take into consideration the age.
hmm, that's true. That's agree. And even harder, okay? Especially in terms of Magic Cruise, it's very risky indeed. Because aside from being away from the pageant circle for actually 9 years, including a gap year of according due to pandemic, she came back, with the pressure of the last year, okay, because her age just touching the age limit, so it's all or nothing. So it's
Yes.
very risky. So okay, so you very courageous. Just share some tip. How dare were you to decide to take a risk at the time?
As a human being, it's normal to feel anxious, to feel worries, to feel doubts in yourself.
Mm, mm,
But at the end of the day, you should brush it away and focus on your goal because that will keep you going no matter what direction you are going.
mm,
So that happened to me, I, as a normal human being, especially in this time of pandemic, there are a lot of struggles,
mm,
but still I focus on what I really want.
mm,
um, the thought that I'm here, I'm already here, and I'm doing this not only for myself, but for my family and for the people who believes in me. That's really my motivation and my inspiration to push through.
mm, mm. Right. My you magic. I got to um, translate to Thai fandoms because it's quite huge interest of them definitely. Okay, just couple minutes คืออย่าง
All
นี้
right.
นะคะแฟนคือเมจิเนี่ยเขาเป็นคนน่ารักมากๆนะคืออันเนี้ยก็สัมภาษณ์เขาเป็นครั้งที่สองละนะคะก็คือครั้งแรกเนี่ยตั้งแต่ตอนที่เอ่อเขาเขากลับมาเนาะกลับมาลง แล้วก็คือเขาก็ไม่ได้เต็งนะตอนที่เขากลับมาเนี่ยเขาไม่ได้เต็งเนาะแต่เหมือนแบบคือเรามีความรู้สึกผู้หญิงคนนี้มีอะไรอ่ะคือแบบสตรองอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วเขาน่ารักมากๆนิสัยดีมากเลยอ่ะเป็นคนที่ติดดินคืออย่างนี้นะคะเมจิเนี่ยมีความน่าสนใจมากๆชีวิตเขานะคะก็คือหนึ่งเมจิเนี่ยเอ่อ ประกวดเริ่มเข้าประกวดตั้งแต่อายุน้อยนะก็คือ16อืมแต่16เขาก็ประกวดระดับท้องถิ่นเนาะก็ได้แล้วคราวนี้พอ17เขาก็มาลงบินนิ่งแต่เอ่อก็ไม่ได้อะไรแต่มันมีเหตุก็คือว่าครอบครัวเขาแต่เดิมทำธุรกิจนะคะแล้วก็ประสบปัญหาเนาะถึงขั้นที่ว่าลำบากมากเลยอะก็คุณพ่อนี่ต้องไปขับตุกๆอะขนาดนั้นเลยแล้วเมจิเนี่ยก็ต้องกลายเป็นแบบเป็นหัวหน้าครอบครัวช่วยหารายได้นะคะส่งเสียน้องเนาะเพราะเมจิที่บ้านเมจิเนี่ยก็คือรวมเมจิด้วยก็คือมีพี่น้อง4 คนมีผู้หญิง2ผู้ชาย2อะฮะก็คือเมจิเนี่ยก็ตั้งทำงานตั้งแต่อายุน้อยเลยเป็นนางแบบเนาะก็เพื่อนำเงินเนี่ยมาเลี้ยงมาสนับสนุนครอบครัวเนาะคุณแม่เนี่ยก็ต้องกลับแบบมาอยู่บ้านเนาะเพราะลำบากไงทุกอย่างก็ต้องเซฟหมดอืมคือเมจิเนี่ยต้องส่งตัวเองเรียนไม่พอนะส่งน้องเรียนด้วยคือแบบแกร่งมากตั้งแต่อายุยังน้อยแล้วเหตุผลหนึ่งที่เมจิเนี่ยหายจากวงการประกวดนางงามเนี่ย8 ปีก็คือรวมปีที่เอ่ระบาดโควิดระบาดด้วยนะปีแล้วก็ทั้งหมด9 ปีเนี่ยกว่าเขาจะได้ตำแหน่งเขาหายไป9 ปีเลยนะอ่ะฮะเหตุผลที่หายไปก็คือว่า1เขาต้องโฟกัสเรื่องการหาเงินเนาะมาจุนเจือครอบครัวแล้วก็เขาเรียกอะไรนะจุนเจือตัวเองนะแล้วก็จุนเจือน้องนะแล้วก็ส่งเสียตัวเองเรียนแล้วก็ส่งเสียน้องนะไม่ใช่ธรรมดาแล้วเมจิเนี่ยก็คือจบ3 ปริญญานะปริญญา3 ใบนะครับจบเขาเขาเลือกลงเทคคอร์ส5 ปีคือเรียน5 ปีแล้วก็จบ3 ใบเลยก็คือนิเทศเนาะเรื่องการสื่อสารอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะแล้วก็จิตวิทยานะแล้วก็ทางด้าน counseling ก็คือจบ3 ใบเลยแล้วก็มหาลัยที่เมจิเรียนเนี่ยก็คือเป็นมหาลัยทางแคทอลิกเนาะก็ค่อนข้างจะเคร่งคราวนี้เนี่ยทางมหาลัยเนี่ยเขาห้ามในระหว่างเรียนเนี่ยห้ามโฟกัสเรื่องอื่นก็คือว่าไม่ให้ไปประกวดนางงามก็คือให้ตั้งใจเรียน คือเมจิเขาก็เลยแบบมุ่งเรียนนะคะคราวนี้พอเขาจบปุ๊บเขาก็ค่อยกลับมาประกวดแต่คราวนี้สิ่งที่มันยากก็คือว่าเขากลับมาในตอนที่ประกวดเนี่ยคืออายุเขาเนี่ยมันติดเพดานแล้วอ่ะคือแบบปีสุดท้ายแล้วอ่ะจะลงหรือไม่มงลงก็แค่นั้นเองอ่ะแล้วก็มงไม่มงก็อีกเรื่องหนึ่งนะคือไม่มีทางแล้วปีสุดท้ายแล้วเมจิก็เลยถามเขาว่าโหเมจิชีวิตคุณนี่เสี่ยงมากๆเลยนะโอ้โหมาก็มาหายไป9 ปีแล้วมาทีก็ปีสุดท้ายกับมงกับคือไม่ต้องพูดถึงมงไม่มงจะลงไม่ลงมีแค่นั้นเองไอ้มงยังไม่ต้องพูดถึงนะยังมองไม่เห็นทางนะตอนนั้นน่ะตัวเต็งมันเยอะเมจิก็บอกว่าก็ฉันน่ะลึกๆฉันมีความตั้งใจอยู่แล้วว่าคือมันเหมือนกลับมาบ้านเก่าเนาะเพราะว่าตอนอายุ17น่ะเขาก็ลงบินิ่งเพราะนั้นในความรู้สึกเขาอ่ะเขายังไงอ่ะเขาก็ยังโหยหาที่จะประกวดแบบบินิ่งอยู่เพราะฉะนั้นเป็นความตั้งใจเขาเลยก็เขาก็คิดว่าเหมือนคนเราอะนะก็คือถ้าตั้งใจแล้วมันก็ต้องทำนะคือเมจิมองตรงนี้คือเมจิก็ไม่ได้กังวลอะไรมากมายเนาะแล้วตอนที่เขากลับมาเนี่ยคือคนก็ฮือฮานิดนึงว่าโอ้โหจะไหวเลยคือแบบว่าถ้าเปลี่ยนเป็นนางงามก็ม้าแก่นะแล้วก็คือ9 ปีหายไปเนี่ยโอ้โหมันยากนะแต่เมจิเขาแบบฝ่าฟันทุกอย่างแล้วเขาเป็นผู้ชนะไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องเขาฟื้นฟูนะคะสามารถฟื้นฟูฐานะของครอบครัวเขาได้เนาะเมื่อ2 ปีที่แล้วเนี่ยสามารถกลับมามีแบบทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างได้เนาะต้องยอมรับเลยเขาเก่งมากๆเลยเมจินะนะคะเมจิ I explain all about your bio, and I think a lot of people just couldn't
Thank
believe that
you.
so
Thank you, Coach.
extraordinary. It's extraordinary indeed, and also many people just asking me, okay, because people here would they realize that your name Meiji is sort of Japanese. So
Yes.
where did you get it from?
Well, it came from a Japanese brand, a chocolate Japanese brand. My father thought that the name is unique for a woman's name.
Uh
So
huh.
he wanted it to be unique. So that's the idea. And he saw that in a convenience store, and he thought that it would be my name. He will name it after me. So I will be named after that chocolate brand. So that's the story of my name. And it's really funny that when I was growing up, it was really unique. It is really unique. People pronounce it in so many ways. I just have 5-letter name, but they can still spell it not correctly. So it's really funny, and I guess it's really unique.
Yeah, very very unique indeed, and also aside from chocolate, being a chocolate brand, do you know that your name is very auspicious and very powerful because I think it's like the name of Japanese dynasty in some time
Yes,
in the history.
yes. It's
So
called the Emperor Meiji or Meiji era. So it's really a
yes,
powerful era in
yes,
Japan. It's an era of transformation, of
yes,
restoration. So,
yes.
I'm also thinking that maybe it's really destiny because I am a woman of transformation. And, it was really a process for me. It was kind of difficult for me to open up my story. It's just so that I have my mentors that help me to open up, to be myself, to share myself a little bit more to the people so they can relate, and they can be inspired of my story. So this story is, I feel like it's really destiny, and a life of transformation and a life of inspiration to others as well.
right okay just a little bit คืออย่างนี้นะครับทุกคนน่ะจะสงสัยมากเลยว่าทำไม Magic Cruise เนี่ยเขาชื่อ Magic ใช่ไหมเขาไม่ได้เปลี่ยนนะคือเป็นชื่อเขาตั้งแต่กำเนิดเลย Magic is her born name okay not like just
Name.
handmade name okay just a born name okay คือเขาเนี่ยก็คือคุณพ่อเขาเนี่ยชอบช็อกโกแลต ยี่ห้อเมจิมากนะคะแล้วก็เป็นช็อกโกแลตจากญี่ปุ่นเขาคุณพ่อก็เลยแบบชื่อมันเก๋จังเลยอะแล้วคุณพ่อชอบทานยี่ห้อนี้มากเลยก็เลยแบบเหมือนว่าเมจิเป็นลูกสาวแล้วเหมือนเป็นดวงใจของคุณพ่อฮะก็คือแบบคุณพ่อก็เลยตั้งชื่อแบบช็อกโกแลตยี่ห้อโปรดน่ะเป็นชื่อเมจิเลยแล้วคราวเนี้ยพอโตขึ้นมาอย่างเงี้ย มันก็รู้กันอยู่ว่าชื่อแบบเมจิมันเป็นมงคลเนาะเพราะว่าเป็นชื่อราชวงศ์อ่าเป็นชื่อราชวงศ์แล้วเป็นยุคสมัยเมจิใช่ไหมก็แบบเมจิก็มีความรู้สึกมันเหมือนแบบพรหมลิขิตนะเหมือนฉันก็แบบเหมือนเป็นคนของแบบว่ามันมนุษยชาติอะมันมีความหลากหลายในตัวฉันเนี่ยฉันแฮปปี้อะไรอย่างเงี้ยแต่ถามว่าในฟิลิปปินส์เนี่ยเขาก็อ่านชื่อฉันยากฉันก็แบบ คือชื่อฉันก็มี5 ตัวนะแต่ว่าคนออกเสียงค่อนข้างยากเลยฉันก็จะแบบคนก็อ่านแบบชื่อแปลกๆอะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็แต่ฉันก็ชินอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแต่ว่าเมจิเขาก็แบบภูมิใจอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะก็คือมันทำให้แบบว่าคนจำง่าย I think your name very outstanding and when you become a star in the pageantry nowadays it's very very easily to be recognized indeed
Thank
just say
you.
magic
I hope
because
so.
because there's only magic in the world, okay? There's only magic in the world of a pageantry, okay? And also, why you chose to study psychology and counseling?
Well, I know from the start that that's not the field that I really want to be as my career. But the study of human behavior really fascinates me. And I really want to understand myself more and to understand the people and the society. Because I think I am independent. At the
Mm,
young age, I used to live independently. So all the self-help, all the things for improvement that I can make, I will take it. So that's really one of the reason, mainly why I took psychology and guidance and counseling. That is to understand myself and to help others as well.
Right, right. That's a very good rationale behind your choice of study. Uh-huh. So, would you think that the field that you chose to study in the past actually help your journey in pageantry?
Yes, yes, of course. My education really helps me to understand the people, to be open-minded, to have, an open perspective because, in pageantry, in the beauty pageant you will meet a lot of girls.
Mm,
So in our case we are 40 candidates at first down to 34. So
mm,
that 34 ladies, they have their own individuality, they have their own personality, their perspective, different backgrounds. So that helps me to understand more and to mingle with people. So, my education really helps me to be well-rounded person.
right. And if one follow you, all the fans or any okay follower of Magic would realize that Magic has so many interests in in things all over the world, but she very vocal on LGBTQ and gender equality. Uh-huh. And aside from other issue as well. So magic is quite a huge issue, and it's going to be bigger than nowadays in the near future as well. So I mean, why you actually have great interest in gender equality?
Yes, first and foremost, I grew up with LGBTQIA plus community. Since I was a young kid, I have gay friends, and they gave me so much memorable and happy memories, and they are my genuine friends until now. And I have my high school friends that until now they are my best friends. I have trans men, trans female, I have lesbian, I have gays, and I love them so much, and it's really close to my heart. So I having this platform and this avenue, I really want to use it to be a spokesperson for gender equality and also for women empowerment, because I believe that this is still a pressing issue. We have gender-based violence, we have stigma, stereotyping happening still in our society. So here in the Philippines, we have SOGI bill. SOGI means sexual orientation, gender identity expression bill, or it was called before anti-discrimination bill. It aims to have an equal access to rights and opportunities to male and female and to LGBTQIA plus community. So I really hope here in the Philippines we could pass it as a law immediately. So, aside from this pandemic, we have a lot of things going on, and I hope the inequality based on gender will be finished soon.
Hmm. I mean, would you think that okay, in Philippines, okay, I mean the existence or the acceptance of LGBTQIA plus, especially female born LGBTQ, have a special place, not a special place. I mean, have a place in the society at large.
Yes, of course, of course. No matter what your gender identity and expression is, no matter what your sexual orientation is, definitely you have a place in society. And I hope the stigma and the stereotype behind it will be gone soon with our understanding and with our compassion towards one another. And that's also what one of the major realizations I have this during this time of pandemic, and I hope that a lot of people also realize too, that we are all equal. regardless of our social status, of our race, of our religion, of our age, and our gender,
Mm,
we can be all infected by COVID-19. So I hope that we realize that we have to show compassion and respect towards another. And, I really want to have a law behind it
mm,
because I understand that we have different opinions. We have different perspective and disposition on this thing, especially if you are traditional or you are really um, you are traditional, and I understand that boundary, but
mm,
I really want to have a law for protection.
mm, mm,
So it's really for protection and to be penalized accordingly if anyone
mm,
will commit gender-based harassment or violence, or someone denied a job offer or job opportunity because of their gender.
mm. Thank you very much, Meiji, because I'm definitely one of LGBTQAI plus member in the world. Uh-huh. And Meiji, you also be the queen, and you said that you are, in the mid of LGBTQAI plus, okay, because you're surrounded by such a beloved LGBTQ people. I just would like to know. I think it's quite taboo, okay, in the women pageantry. Would there any lesbian who actually, being a beauty queen?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, and I don't see anything wrong about it. We
Mm,
have different choices and opinion if that person will be out and proud, or she will be proud and silent.
mm. So, would you support any beauty queen to stand for their own sexual orientation openly? Why,
If
competing?
yes, if that's the person's or the beauty queen wants, I will support her all the way. But if it's not her choice, who am I to out her, or to say things to push her? So it really depends on her choice. So
Mm,
that's also one thing that I want to talk about, because when you are part of the LGBTQIA community, this usually the society dictate you to say it, be proud, be out. That's usually the society dictate us. But I want to for the people to realize that it boils down to the individual choice.
mm. I mean, I think everyone, all right, because I used to pass that phase of life. I mean, I used to be in the closet for a while, just 2 or 3 years, and it's very painful, okay? But at the time, it didn't mean that I wouldn't love to come out, but we have fear. Uh-huh. I think, what about if you have a power, all right, to say with the organizer of the pageants? Um, I mean, if beauty queen being a lesbian, and actually they would love to live their life openly, and wouldn't mind to tell everyone that she love a woman, but she afraid of being discriminated when competing, because a beauty queen have like a very ladylike persona, uh-huh, very perfect. I mean, after winning a crown, going to have a very rosy career, and at the end, we'll find a prince of charmer to get married to. So,
Yeah.
if probably. the reason that they don't dare to come out because they're not that kind of stereotype. So in that case, if you've got a power, and many people or most of people listen to you, so what kind of message that you would like to send to the one influential in the pageantry, like the organizer of the pageant?
Okay, so I would just want to share this story. This is a story happened in Miss Universe Philippines. So one candidate before, I think that's 2020. Actually, she declared herself as bisexual, and a lot of the fans, Filipino fans, supported her all the way, and that's one courageous move to do. So I really admire her. She is Billy Hackinson. So that I think we are becoming open to that. But if given a situation that a woman or a candidate is afraid to tell or to share her real gender identity and expression because of the stereotyping surrounding pageantry, I would tell her that take your time, be who you are. you
Mm.
know you don't need any pressure from the society, even from the organizer. Just be who you are, because you have dignity, you have integrity, and your gender doesn't define you. Just live your life, focus on your goal, and achieve your dreams.
So, what about? I would love to know your view. I mean, from your perception, all right, in the nowadays of pageantry context, especially in Philippines, um, would the pageantry in Philippines be ready to crown a lesbian, an openly lesbian?
I think so. Yes. I
Mm,
think so. The Philippines and the Philippine pageantry is ready.
mm,
And actually, right now in Miss Universe, there's also one candidate who um, who share who told about her sexuality. So it's really nice, and she's not only representing herself, but she's representing the community. So I'm really proud of that.
um, is she? Is her name is Beatrice?
Yes, yes, Beatrice.
Okay, all
You know,
right.
I'm,
Okay.
I don't know her personally, but I know her story. I mean, that part of her story, the
Mm,
one that she shared. So I'm really proud of her, and a lot of people are becoming, and a lot of beauty queens actually,
mm,
becoming more proud of themselves. And it signifies that they don't care anymore about the society's
mm.
thoughts, perception, about the stereotypes and stigma, because we are empowered. Women are so empowered.
So what about Magic? You're going to be, a big influencer, okay? If after my interview and the next season of mini meaning or the next season of a national pageant in Philippines, would be welcome more openly lesbian contestant according to what you said tonight. It's going to be like history. Indeed, you made a history, like, to advocate all to be herself and proud to be herself, and don't think about discrimination. That's possibly not happened according you according to their own thinking. So thank you in this. That's a very great encouragement for LGBTQIA plus beauty queen. I know there probably are plenty, okay, but there would be hiding somewhere because not ready yet. But after Magic, advice. She got a counseling degree, okay, and psychology degree. So she
I know
very
that's
qualified.
my personal thought.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, that's her personal idea, also. Okay, but I mentioned again. She got degree. Also, and both worldly wise and academically trained. Okay, so she very lovely indeed. And also about gender equality. Sometime um um what you gonna say to if sometime you encounter some misogynist?
Oh well, that's really funny, but at the same time, because here in the Philippines we have there are a lot of people. There are still a lot of misogynists, and what would I tell to that person? Probably I won't tell anything because in that person's mind, she or he is correct. She or he is superior than the female gender. So I won't tell. I won't waste my energy to argue with that person. But you know, I will live my life and hopefully that I will carry the stories of women, the voices of women, that I don't need to explain much about it because we are already living it.
Mm. So, what kind of solutions would you recommend for, like, for the society as a whole to change the behavior of some guy, to be more civil and to be
Yes.
less misogynistic?
It's a lot of work. First and foremost, there are a lot of stakeholders. There are the communities. First and foremost, the family. It should start at home. Educating your children to be respectful towards one another, towards another gender. It should start from home. Second, community. We have a lot. We To the community where we belong. So I hope that our local community can provide seminars and educate the people in the community, and of course the public and the private sector. So it's really a huge framework
Mm,
in order to change the mindset of the people, because we're not only talking about just one mind. We are talking about a society which composed of different perspective and backgrounds. So that's what I will propose if given a chance. It should start with education at home, community, the government, the school. All of us should be part of it.
mm. Okay. In 5 years' time, what would you expect, men in general, okay, to be?
Well, men in general, I hope that a lot of people right now, and there are a lot of governing bodies really pushing for gender equality, and that is one is the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, the goal number 5 and the goal number 10, which reduce inequalities and empowered women and girls. So they are a powerful and huge organization. And also, there are people through communities, through programs who are also working towards that. So I hope that in 5 years we can achieve it somehow, to see a significant result on this, on equality, on gender equality, especially here in the Philippines. I hopefully that Soji bill will be passed as a law soon. So that 5 years, it would be a great effect on us and in the society.
Mm. So, what kind of message that you would love to send into some kind of male that define to be under um, women boss?
Well, I will tell to that person, you have a mother. You came from your mother. And I want to share this thought to him.
Mm.
Um, a woman who rocks the cradle rocks the world. So all of us came from a mother, and that mother nurtured you since you were a little child. I hope you respect her because of that, for that simple reason alone. And you think a lot of girls, and you should respect them as your mom, or if you have a sister. So that's I think the simple thing that I can say to that guy.
That's nice. That's nice. So, do you believe in the power of education?
Yes, I do, because I myself experienced that, before I'm just a floating person, a floating human being without idea, without ideology, without principles, but through education, it honed me to be the person I am today, to be the person I am passionate about the things that, about the issues, not only concerns about me, but the people around us, and also for the society and our nation. Because I believe, education gives you ideology first and foremost, and it hones you to be a critical person. So if you have that education, you can create your own ideas. You can believe on the things that you want to believe. Not You will not base on what the society will dictate you. You are you.
Right. So, Meiji, might you like to give some idea to someone that probably love to be educated and love to seek study, but that's because of so many factors in life. They probably don't have a chance to do so now. Uh-huh. But still, they wouldn't have, they wouldn't see any, anything concrete in the future either. So, what kind of message that you would love to say to them that um, no matter how old are you, or no matter what status you are, you can study at any point in time, of your life.
Yes, yes. You're correct, Ko. You can take your study, you can take education any time in your life, any age. Pursue that dream. It's for your own fulfillment.
Mm,
Um, you know, Education gives you power,
mm,
because when you are educated, you can make right decisions in your life.
mm,
So I really hope that you don't give up on your dreams. You don't give up on education, and no matter whatever is you're experiencing right now, I hope that you hold on to that dream. You hold that to that thought of enriching yourself, your intelligence, your personal and practical aspect of life. And aside from that, I also want to point out that I hope that the government really, can provide equality and equal access to education to all, because I understand that education became a privilege, which it shouldn't be.
mm.
Education is a right, and
Yes.
every kid, every person, every human being should have that right.
Yes, agree. Totally agree. Yes, it shouldn't. Money. shouldn't be obstruction, or significant factor for anyone to have or have not received education. I think it's not fair. I mean, if you're going to grow up and compete professionally, I mean, at least everyone should be educated, all right? And we start from there, according to our performance. But nowadays, according, what you said, it tend to be treated like a peerage, because a lot of people wouldn't have that much resource to fund themselves. They might have, a family burden that they need to help, so that's why they have to make a sacrifice to not studying, and that's mean they lose a lot of opportunity in, their possible suitable profession. So I totally support Meiji, that if government could, have, cast an eye on this issue, that would be nice. I mean, every child, every person, every gender, I mean, if born into this world, should be educated. I mean, as a basic right. I totally
Definitely.
Yes, I totally agree. And also, Meiji, I mean, would you think that um, women ready to be, the leader of the army?
Yes. You know, a, a woman with dreams, she can be anything and whatever she wants to be.
Mm,
She can
mm,
achieve that, you know. I hope also that gender role, um, gender roles is just making our life harder.
mm,
For the both, and not only for the both gender, but for the whole spectrum of gender. So if you want to be part of army, then go for it. And if a man wants to be a house man, then go for it. Gender roles should be diminished now. We are in
mm,
a modern world. I know, and I respect that there's traditional ideology, traditional values, but sometimes um, to be modern, to be progressive, we
mm,
have to break those gender roles.
mm, mm. So, I mean, are you ready? I mean, if one day you settle down and you probably agree, okay, with your partner or your husband that, okay, I'm going to take a leader role as a breadwinner, and I'm okay if you're a homemaker. And I mean, but it's actually quite grotesque, okay? In where you're living, and the society would probably, that's so avant-garde, okay? So, what kind of reaction or what kind of message that you're going to, like, to pacify them?
Well, first and foremost, it's really about the relationship that you have with your husband or with your partner. If he agrees that's his role, and if that's the role that he really wants to take, then go for it. It should be first and foremost about the relationship. And then if you both agreed and if you both really wants to be in that certain position, then you can, the whatever the society will tell you, it was just you have a bubble, you have your own thinking. Of course, I understand that it would be hard because that would be a nonstop gossip, nonstop
Yes.
criticizing, but as long as you believe in your decision and your partner believed in that too, so nothing can break you. Even the most harsh gossip, nothing can break you.
Mm. And I I really loved your idea, and according to we going on, I probably rate you as a very progressive my lady. Would you agree with that?
I think progressive is a good word. It's a nice word, so why not?
Okay.
I am modern. I
Yes.
am, yes, progressive.
Okay, right. Okay. It seems like you very understandable of what's going on around the world. There's so a lot of variety, not just only a few kind of stereotype that we has experienced. So as a woman, okay, I just would love to know about your own preference. Do you believe in marriage?
Well, I believe in marriage. I am a Roman Catholic. I belong to Roman Catholic religion here in the Philippines. So I believe in the practices, and I also believe in marriage.
Mm,
But I also believe, maybe it would be controversial, but I also believe in divorce.
mm, yes.
Because in divorce, there are a lot of reasons and factors surrounding it. And
Mm,
one of that is violence.
yes.
Violence is violence. So if the relationship, there's violence in it, so it should be stopped. And
Right.
I just want to share this. I really love our current Pope, Pope Francis, because
Mm,
he is a really progressive Pope. And,
yes.
he tackles a lot of taboo, used to be
Yes.
taboo issues such as suicide, such as same sex marriage, So I really love our Pope, current
Mm,
Pope Francis.
yes. Yep. I do respect him as well, even though Theravada, Buddhist. Okay, because in Thailand, 96 or 97% are Buddhist, and I consider him very progressive mind, Pope. And I admire him a lot, because he's got courage to to tackle some issue being put under the rug for century.
Yes,
And I think
exactly.
yes, I think he redeemed, okay, all the like the intricity of the institutions worldwide. I think that's nice. That's really nice. And also Meiji, about when you mentioned about sexual violence, not sexual violence, domestic violence. Okay,
Yes.
uh-huh. Once women or men, okay, involved in the marital relationship, and has experienced domestic violence, um, what would you say, or what would you think, whether women should put up with the situation and be be viewed by the society that okay, we still in the perfect marriage, or would you encourage her to step out?
Well, for me, if you experience domestic violence, marital violence, I think that's the time that you should leave the relationship. I know it's really hard. It's easier to said than that. It's easier because I'm single, I don't have a family yet. I know it's easy. But I would like to encourage you that you are not alone.
Mm,
That a lot of women experience that and still experiencing that. And I have a very close a mentor of mine who actually experienced domestic violence, and
mm,
she powered through. She, she gathered all her courage to end the relationship. And
mm,
that's the most liberating experience. And I hope that um, a lot of women who experiencing domestic violence will soon experience also the freedom, the liberation, and also, to have the time to heal yourself again. I know that it's really a sensitive issue because it involves relationship, a intimate relationship. But when it comes to violence, violence is violence. We should not put it under the rug. We should talk about it more,
Mm,
because when we talked about it more, unknowingly we give courage. We empower others as well to speak up on their experiences. So
mm,
I hope that after taking your time, seek for professional help, seek for laws um, to protect you, and I hope that you will find that peace in your heart.
mm. Right. Meiji, I think quite a big reason that sometimes women who been in a marriage just um really hard to make a decision to walk out, because the aggressor tend to um, use their children as a pawn. So I mean, women probably got a very hard thought before doing that. I mean, if in that situation, like if you're going to divorce me, I'm not. I will fight, to beat, to to bar you from seeing children again. So if there would be this clause, what kind of message that you would love to advocate and encourage, the victim to get out of, that scenario?
Well, first and foremost, I hope that if ever that we get the divorce law, because actually it's a bill again here in the Philippines. So it's I think it's a good step, and I also want to have an extensive and comprehensive bill and law that includes the protection of the father or the mother to the rights to their children. So first and foremost, I would like to tackle that extensive and comprehensive divorce law.
Mm, right. Okay. So and also, Meiji, about LGBTQ IA plus issue. I think I'm sure that you must you must be stumped by some article for the last few years that there's some religious denomination that perceive being LGBTQ like a disease that can be curable. And the way that they kill or treat LGBTQ um, is sort of religion based approach. So and once goes by, I mean personally, I disagree, and the fighting also against what they said. In your point of view, as you're a religious Catholic, okay, um, what do you think? And also, you are very very strong ally of LGBTQ.
Um, Religion should teach us to love, to respect, and to show compassion towards one another.
Mm,
Religion shouldn't be a hindrance to love our fellow men, because that should be the prime principle of our faith,
mm,
that is to share the love and respect,
mm,
and it has been happening that, yeah, some religions, and actually also in science viewpoint, in psychology, being part of LGBTQ was a disease. in early 19th century, when if you are a gay or if you are a lesbian, they think that there's something wrong in your mental state. And
Mm,
also even in the DMC5, DM, I think that DSM-5, yeah, DSM.
mm,
That's a book in psychology, diagnostic. Let me think. DS, Diagnostic is Statistical Manual, where all the diseases,
mm,
mental diseases, mental problems are there, and including the being gay, being part of
mm,
LGBT community. So it has been happening for more than centuries. Not only in religion but also in science, in history. It's really happening, and I hope that it will always boils down to love, respect, and compassion, and
mm,
also in this time of pandemic, solidarity.
mm,
So, whatever viewpoint is that, I hope that the love towards one another will prevail.
mm. Right. Um, so if okay, you got a friend, okay, who like probably in the hesitant state of mind to decide to go into that program, you know, and also another part of her against it. So, what would you advise if she come to you?
Sorry, that person.
If that person probably be convinced to go to like the reverse of sexuality program being implemented based on the religious approach but another half heart of her against it so she's sort of in the hesitant state of mind if going or not going and they just she just come to you to get some advice. What kind of advice that you're going to give to her?
Um, Again, for me, religion should teach us to love. Religion should help us to enrich ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally.
Mm,
And the religion that we have should not dictate who will be,
mm,
what we will be.
mm,
So keeping that faith in her heart, that spiritual connection, and her decision as a person, I can say that my advice is you have to weigh, because at the end of the day, it's your own decision.
mm,
But keeping in mind that a religion should help you to grow spiritually
mm,
as as an individual who make decisions for herself.
So okay, you got a very broad point of view. I'm so admired, and Meiji, would you agree if like um, the institution should sanctify you know the marriage between same sex or LGBTQ?
I believe in civil union
Mm,
than same-sex marriage. Because for me, a marriage is an institution under a certain religion. But a
mm,
civil union grant you a civil rights and protection for both of you as partners, who will the government and the laws recognizes. So I would rather advocate the civil union personally than marriage. But of course, a lot of partners, a lot of couples really wants to be married, especially when they belong to Catholic or Christian religion. So I do understand, but personally, civil union for me.
Right, right. And what kind of issue, in the LGBTQAI plus that you actually mainly focus? Because there's a lot of aspect
Yes.
within LGBTQIA plus matter. So, what actually the main interest that you advocating for, or you support very strong supporting?
Yes, I'm advocating to, breaking gender roles, first and foremost for male and female and other spectrum of gender. We should live our life the way we want it to be. The society should not box us or should not dictate that we should be like this, we should be like that. We should live our own life because when we are empowered individual, we can be an empowered nation.
Mm,
And yes, and also one significant aspect is about the harassment, violence against the
mm,
LGBTQIA plus, and
mm,
the denial of equal opportunities and rights. So I do believe that our gender doesn't define who we are. It doesn't define our future, but
mm,
it is our personal decision, and the society and also the governing bodies of government should recognize and grant equal access and opportunities for each and everyone.
mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's quite a issue for the last few years, and I think some male, not some male, actually, I think many men, but they ready to opine. We might, encounter in the news that the perpetrator actually are the adult women, and the victim is a teenage boys. Uh-huh. And like, when it's come down, the deliberation is tend to be the perpetrator tend to get the light lesson. Uh-huh. Would you think that the gender be a significant influence on on the effect of the deliberation?
Yes, about gender, as I said, that I hope that gender roles should be break, because I like what Emma Watson said, that when we put pressure on women, we also put pressure on men.
Mm.
um, I know that we often talked about feminism, about women empowerment, but we should also talk about men.
Mm,
I think that they are also pressured when we stereotype them as the provider, you
mm,
know. So I hope that it works both ways, and a
mm,
lot of ways, and in different ways, that we can be who we want to be. We can take roles, whatever roles that we want to take.
mm, Good idea. Oh, you get a lot of a lot of proof within the population spectrum in the world, because you got so vast horizon. Okay, from LGBTQ, from men to women. So every gender belong to you, under your spell. Magic. We all under your spell. And also, Meiji, aside from pageantry, do you have like any other life goal in the future?
Yes, I actually have, and hopefully that I will receive a good news that I've been waiting soon. It's about work opportunity. So it's a dream of mine So I hope that after the quarantine, um, I can finally start.
Okay. Can you like reveal just a fraction of it? Just a fraction.
Um,
A
okay.
tiny bit. A tiny bit.
Oh well, it's
In the
it's
Philippines or
in
abroad?
the Philippines. It's in the Philippines. It's a work in the Philippines, in media, in TV. So that's also something that I really want to do since I was a kid. So I really do hope that after this quarantine, I will have that opportunity to work, and to move forward. And I'm really happy, and I'm really open about anything.
I can tell from your eyes, you're so passionate and very radiant when you're speaking on the new venture soon to arise, and also quite many fans. Okay, send the comments. If you still like if eligible, would you still want to compete again?
Yes, yes, why not? I really want to wear the Philippine sash and represent the country. So if given a chance and opportunity, I will accept it. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm in a state of accepting what is,
Yes.
and I'm just focused on the things that I really want to do as of now. And if that opportunity knocks on my door, I will open my arms and accept it gladly.
And also, fans, still yearning you to join MGI. So, I mean, I don't know about the age limit of MGI. Are you still, qualify if you compete next year in Philippines and then probably fortunately win and become a
Yes.
Philippines representative in the MGI?
Well, first and foremost, I'm really grateful. I'm so humbled. I am so touched of everyone's support who really wants me to be in MGI stage. But I think I'm not eligible this coming next batch because I'm turning 28 this October. So I think MGI International is only at 27.
Mm.
I think so. That's the case.
Mm. So, never say never, okay? Everything can
Of
happen.
course, of course. Why not?
You never
Maybe.
know. Maybe, some age limit rest in the future, probably. So, you
Yes.
must be prepared all the time, Meiji. I'm quite not,
I'm always prepared and I'm always ready.
Okay, so I mean, quite like celebrated, a few celebrated contestant that hugely affected by the age limit rules. So, in person, would you? I mean, if you can't, all right, change or you can't give the advice of the one who got the power to change the rule. Would you agree or disagree on the certain age limit? Should there still be, or should there be rest even longer?
Well, personally, right now, given in this pandemic, this is uncertain time, definitely. But I do hope that there was an allowance or there's a consideration on age limit because
Mm,
every one of us started, we are all 40, we have our dreams.
mm,
And we don't like this pandemic happening.
mm,
It's something that we don't have control of. But what I hope, hopefully, that there was a consideration on age limit, so a lot of girls so some of the girls can still push through.
Mm.
Um, it's sad. It's sad, because there's nothing that you can do about it. It's a rule. So it's either you withdraw or you continue, or take that risk.
Mm.
Um, so that's my personal opinion on that. I did hope that there was a consideration, or at least an allowance, given the pandemic.
Right. For me, I mean, I probably a little bit extreme because I don't see the point to have age limit nowadays. I mean, when you go in contest, the judge or the judging body already have that criteria. So um, it that I don't think that the age would be the significant determination of any one qualification to be
Yes.
seen. I mean, um, because even though you're 30, okay, and the judging already have found someone exacting to their mold. So it doesn't matter 30, 20, 19, okay, 25, you you wouldn't win anyway. You know what I mean? Because you're not the right person. So I don't think that there should be like the ceiling of age limit. It should be open for all. Okay. I don't know. I wish that in the near future there would be some correction on this issue. I hope so. I hope so indeed. Uh-huh. And also, any do you have any kind of hobbies aside from serious thing in life? Because you very determined person and take things very vigilant. So I would love to know your hobby.
Well, as you said, I am really a determined person, but I just want to share this with everyone that I also have my down days. I'm not always like on the go, I don't always have that spirit. I also have that down days, and I just want to share it to everyone that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay. But at the end of the day, we have to focus on our goals, on our dreams, and stick to what is our purpose. As for my hobby, I really love doing yoga and workout, because it helps me physically to stay toned, and also my mental state. And I also love reading and watching movies. So yes, that's my
Hmm.
hobby. Watching
Okay.
K-drama as well, and also Thai movie.
All
Actually,
right.
I have a favorite
BL.
movie.
What kind of
It's
movie? What genre?
LGBT theme.
All right.
I think it's
BL.
entitled Yes, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Honestly, I don't know why. I mean, Filipino really like Thai BL series. I mean, even though I'm Thai, honestly, I'm not a fan. So, but I'm not against. Okay, I'm very happy that a lot of people worldwide love Thai BL, but I'm not a fan. But
It's not BL, it's lesbian movie. I think it's a long time ago.
what's the name?
Yes, I think the title, yes. Let me check. Yeah.
Are you gay? Are you gay?
Thai movie, lesbian.
Magic, are you gay woman or straight or don't know yet?
I am I am a woman.
Or you're
I
straight?
am a
Okay,
woman.
but very strong ally. Okay, I know the name of the movie that you're talking about. Yes, there are few several lesbian women. Definitely. And also, have you been to Thailand, Miji?
No, not yet, and I would love to. I would love to.
Please come. And one more thing, I'm very interesting in this because you are a meditation and yoga practitioner, and for me and Thai people, we all knew about how productive meditation would provide to one. So if you because of your experience, would you mind to share this thing to all the fans worldwide that what kind of benefit that one could get from meditation, and um, would that be something encourage people to try?
I just want to share this quote. Did correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
This is from Buddha.
Yeah.
A person asked Buddha, "What do you gain on meditation, doing meditation?"
Mm,
And Buddha said, "Nothing.
mm,
But I lost the anxiety, the anger, the worries,
mm.
and the sadness."
Yep. Yep.
So that's how will I describe meditation. Sometimes, we're looking for something what we will gain out of meditation, but
Mm,
let's just feel the experience. It's not
mm,
about gaining, but it's about what will you lose, and that thing, that negative emotion,
mm,
you will learn to let go of your past, of your anxiety, of your worries.
mm.
It's letting go.
Yes, that's right. Letting go. That's correct. That's correct. Okay. In short, we gonna say that meditation, will help you find a peace of mind. Okay.
Yes.
When you find a peace of mind, you will become more mindful, and your mind will be clearer. When your mind is clearer, you will got you very you got more, you got higher likelihood, okay, to gain wisdom easier. So then you will well aware of yourself when you're doing things like magic. I noticed that everything that she gonna say, it's like she process everything in her mind very quickly because she listened attentively, and then just process it, and deliberate it in a very positive, okay, and rationally. Uh-huh. I think, yeah, what Meiji mentioned about the benefit of meditation is exactly right. So if someone experience some anxiety or some mental instability sometime, it could help. It could help. It could help.
Yes,
And
especially nowadays, really meditation and yoga practice really helps.
Yeah, you can do just 5 minutes, okay, and you can do anywhere. It's just like when you're
Yes.
sitting in the office, like during lunch, you just close your eye and just letting go, as Meiji said, and just focus in somewhere in your body, and you will find peace.
Yes.
It's
And
very
also music helps.
yeah.
There are a lot of music available on Spotify or even in YouTube that you can search. Just type meditation, yoga, meditation music, and then it will pop up. That's what I do. I listen on music, on with vibration, because it helps me really to focus.
Mm, yep, some kind of rhythmic, okay, rhythmic
Yes,
music. Uh-huh.
rhythmic music.
Yep, that's very nice. So, Magic, why wouldn't you consider to run the meditation course? I think you quite
Um,
experience. I think as far as we talk, because I'm Buddhist, I know that what you say is correct. Okay. Uh huh.
Thank
So
you, thank you.
You know,
Such an
it would be
honor
nice.
and a pleasure to hear that from
Yeah,
you.
it would be nice, to open the course. I mean, just the paid course.
Mm-mm. Well, I would love to, but I feel like I'm not in that kind of position because I just got deeply into meditation just last year. So I feel like I'm new. You know, even I'm doing yoga for so many years, but before it
Yeah.
was just for
Mm.
physical result. But just last year I got deeply into meditation. But what I do is with my close friends, I have few close friends that I really encourage to do meditation. So I have a yoga buddy that I can
Mm.
talk to about the philosophy, about the practice, about achieving a certain position or a certain yoga pose. I have that friends. I am encouraging them personally and in my own personal way.
Why? I mean, why wouldn't you consider to gain your meditation strength in Thailand? Because
I would
you,
love
you
to.
know
I
we
would
were
really love
very
to.
good at, and also nowadays we sort of the origin of Buddhism studying and meditation. So people worldwide, okay, come to learn meditate in Thailand and going back to open the course in that country. So I mean, you can enhance your meditation ability until you feel that you're ready. But for me, I think you're already ready. But
Wow, thank you so
but
much.
but probably you study too much, you got too many degree. That's why you say that you're not ready yet. But I feel that you're ready. Also,
Yes. Actually, that's one of my really plans. Before this pandemic happened, I really want to go abroad to have a retreat, yoga retreat, and to meditate either in Bali or in Thailand.
mm,
So hopefully, when we can travel and we can gather again, I can experience that group yoga retreat, that meditation, that experience. I would really love to.
if you would like to try some meditation experience or retreat in Thailand, just let me know. Okay, we
Sure.
are such school. Okay, in this area in the world, I can say. And also, toward the last Meiji, as a beauty queen, as a successful beauty queen now, what advice would you like to give to all the ladies and probably beauty queen in contest at the moment? That how you gonna be if you want to be a winner?
To be a winner, you have to have a winner attitude.
Mm,
That attitude starts when you believe in yourself, when you believe that you can do it, when you trust yourself, and of course, when you train hard. You have to train. In my case, I really trained hard. I used the pandemic time that I maximize that time to train my pasarela, my Q&A, my styling, my looks. So it goes two ways, internal and external. As I said, internal, you have to trust and to believe in yourself. You have to visualize yourself wearing that crown and that title that you will represent the country soon. So you have to visualize that. And on external level, of course, you have to train hard as like an athlete. You have to have that stamina, that endurance, that passion, that discipline,
mm,
because we are beauty queens are really like athletes that we have to train and to be disciplined when it comes to our diet, when it comes to the things that we have to study, to our pasarela training. So that would be my advice.
right, right. Okay. So very last. Okay, and this one from Thailand, Kuntanapol Lim Suwarnakit. Okay, he used to ordain as a monk, so he knew exactly. what you say about meditation is correct. Okay, confirm, another confirmation. Okay,
Thank
he said that
you.
meditation is good. Okay, also, who do you have anyone you would like to thankful of? And before, after that, anyone else, I mean, I would love you to say, like, to say thank you to all the fans worldwide as well after that. I mean, do you have any specific one to thankful of your success?
A specific one. That would be my mom.
Mm,
Because in the very beginning, since I was a kid, she's really the one who believes in me, who pushed me to be a beauty queen. She's a stage mom. In every pageant and every project, since I was young, she was there.
mm,
So, and I offered my Binibini performance to her that she's really happy. um she really supports me all the way, watching
mm.
all my YouTube videos, all my interviews. She's really proud of me, so I would like to dedicate my success to her. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you,
So
I love
what's her
you.
name? My ask. What's her name? What's your mom's
Mylene. Mylene. Her name is
Mylene?
Mylene.
Mylene.
Yes, Mylene.
โอเคสวัสดีครับมาไมลีนโอเค
Thank you.
I'm a fan of Meiji. Okay. Since I asked her for the first interview, she knew that. Okay, Mama, I'm just such a fan of your daughter. Okay, love me and love Thailand too, Mama. And also,
Thank you.
Meiji, you perform swimming suit really well. Okay, your passerella was just marvelous. And where did you get trained?
Well, I have my mentors in Kagandahang Flores, Tito Rogil and Kuya Enan, and also Tito Jess, and also Samantha Bernardo helped us in the camp during our pasarela. So it was really helpful, the techniques and a few advice from her. It was really useful, like, to Kuya Enan, who really trained me so well, and he's been my supporter since my first stint in Binibining Pilipinas. So I'm really really grateful for all the people who helped me during my pasarela training, and also I would like to thank each and every one of my supporters and my fans who believed in me. I'm so touched. I'm so loved. I am so humbled for all the love. Um, thank you so much. And I hope that I can continue to be an inspiration. I can continue to entertain you in a way that I can, and to bring hope at least, and be an inspiration to each and
And
everyone.
anything to say to Thai fans and worldwide fans?
Yes, thank you so much, Thai fans. I really love to see your country. I really want to go to Thailand soon, and I hope to meet you all soon. Thank you so much for the love and support, and I'm so humbled, and I'm so grateful for all the love that you are giving me to me.
Right. Okay. It's just very substantive and very enjoyable. Indeed, I mean, to talk with very smart lady, intelligent lady like MEIJI CRUZ, the second runner-up, Bini Bini Filipinas 2021, and she knew for long that I'm such a fan of her. Okay,
Thank you so
and
much, Ro. Thank you for I just want to specifically thank you. You're being a supporter also. You've been messaging me on Instagram, and I really, really appreciate it, having you to represent us Philippine Queens in Thailand, and having this opportunity. Thank you so much. And I
right.
hope that God bless you more power, and share the love and information to everyone.
Right, thank you indeed. And Meiji, would you mind to shout out to all the fans and anyone in the world to follow my Facebook, KP1 Worldwide, and my IG, Kopanasa, please?
Okay, sure. Please, hello everyone. Please follow KP1 Worldwide on FB and on Instagram at Kopanasa and on Twitter KP1 Worldwide and also on YouTube account KP1 Worldwide. Follow,
Mm,
follow, follow for more substantive discussion and entertaining
and
session.
thank you indeed. And for the fans worldwide, please support Magic Cruise at her IG BB dot MEIJICRUZ, and also Facebook Magic Cruise,
Yes.
like being spelled here, and please support any venture she going to undertake, and you not going to missed, okay, if you support this lady. I can tell. As far as we going talk with her, we can be understandable that how omniscient she is. She is very, very versatile and very knowledgeable in anything in the world, indeed, okay, very,
Wow, thank you.
very smart, okay. And also I'm sure that not only being a queen of fans, pageant fans, I can tell after interview, I think you are a queen of LGBTQIA plus, definitely, because you show your strong stance our LGBTQIA community. Thank you indeed, Magic Cruz. Thank you indeed, from the depth of my heart. And thank you every fans in Philippines. I love you so much, and Thai fan, I do love you so much, and all worldwide fans, I do love you so much, Ida. And I would love to thank you, BBP organization, and Mr. Ray Santos, who organized the time that allow me to to be able to interview all the six. Okay, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that. It's so hard. I probably just one in the world outside Philippines can do that. I'm so privileged indeed. Okay, and thank you indeed. And I would love to extend collaboration in the near future if you allow. All right. And thank you for all the support tonight, and especially Magic Cruise. And see you next time. Okay. Have a
Thank
good
you
night.
everyone. Bye.
Maraming salamat. Gracias. Good night.